Hey everybody, what's going on? Jimmy is Proman here, back again with another awesome video. And in today's video, we will be talking about 10 amazing features found only on the Galaxy S10 series. Now, kicking this video off is inside of the camera, and it is a setting that'll help you line up your shots if you sometimes can't find the perfect shot. So if you go inside of the settings on the very top left-hand side, you'll see an option called Shot Suggestions. Now, Shot Suggestions will get a on-screen guide to help you line up some great shots. So I went outside to give a little demo of this, and so outside there was a pond across the street, went through the settings to turn on Shot Suggestions, and in this way it'll show a little blinking circle light letting you know it's working on the best shot. Then a yellow circle will pop up to help you align with putting everything centered. Then it'll show a little horizontal line that you can line up your phone with. So you might need to tilt your phone just a little bit up or down on the left or right hand side to get everything lined up to have a great shot. Now, I have mine turned off pretty much all the time just because I like to take maybe sometimes a photo that is a little off-centered. Also, Shot Suggestions is able to take a picture for you without you having to hit the shutter button. And so I would like to take my own shots, but if you are somebody who needs a little bit of help taking the best image, that is one setting that you are able to turn on. Amazing feature number 2 is inside of the face recognition. Now, it's the settings that goes along with this feature, which is either having it unlock faster, having a brighter screen, or keeping it and staying it on the lock screen. Now, I know iPhone has the ability to unlock your phone with your facial recognition, but it stays on the lock screen until you swipe it. But Samsung gives you the option of either unlocking right away or after your swipe. So if you go inside of your settings, you scroll down to that biometrics and security, and then inside of here, if you go to your face recognition, you want to type in your PIN or password that you originally set up. And inside of these settings here, inside of face recognition, you can either remove your face data, you can do a face unlock, so you can either have it on or off. And it's these settings here that we're talking about from before, which is it's able to stay on the lock screen until you swipe it. So sometimes you just want to look at your phone to see what the time was or what notification did come through, but you didn't really want to do an action. You can turn on this feature to keep it on the lock screen. The other thing you can do is if you wanted to unlock a little bit faster, you can turn on this feature here, but it will also, it'll improve the speed, but it reduces the security. And then also you can brighten the screen. So it'll increase the screen brightness temporarily so your face can be recognized in the dark. So this is pretty much how I have mine set up. Sometimes I do wish I do have the stay on lock screen here. So I might try that out for a little bit, but I do love the fact that even though it already unlocked it, I'll just check out and then maybe take away those notifications that came through. Amazing feature number 3 is inside of the camera, underneath the video mode, and it's the middle icon there on the very top, and it's called Super Steady. So Super Steady is super smooth footage. So if you're holding onto your Samsung phone, and if you have a little bit of shakes, if you're running, jogging, walking, if you are riding a bicycle, really no matter what you're doing, if you have any type of bumps or shakes, you are able to make it super smooth versus any other phone when they do have that video stabilization turned on. Now, I've had past videos showing this one off, but I will try to find those videos. I'll place it pretty much right here doing a fast comparison of what Super Steady does. But make sure that if you are shooting something, if you have shaky hands, if you're running, whatever the case, if you're vlogging, it doesn't really matter. Turn on Super Steady and give it a test. Go out to a park bench and jump off of it and do a comparison of it turned on or off. Or just do a simple jog and do the same comparison I did and check it out with it on and off and see how much it has improved. Now, the next one is going to be inside of the camera one more time, and it's underneath photo, and you want to look at those tree icons there in the middle bottom. So this one right here, the one tree, that is a 2x zoom. This is your regular lens, and then you also have these 3 trees, which is your ultra wide lens. So let's say that I wanted to, maybe take a picture of this little plant. So right now there's really, it's not really fitting into the view of the camera lens. Now, let's say that I wanted to go ultra wide. There's the picture. So let me do some pictures to show you what all 3 of these do. So this one is the 2x zoom. This one is your normal lens that is probably used on a normal day-to-day basis. and then ultra wide. So this one is a huge difference. So this one is going to be ultra wide, and yes, wow, there's a little bit of a reflection. So yes, there is other phones out there that have ultra wide lenses, but they're not as wide as this one. This one is a 123-degree camera angle. Your normal eyes will be able to see 120 degrees. So this one will be able to capture just a little bit more than what our eyesight is able to do. Here is that regular image. So before ultra wide coming out, these are the images you'd be able to do, which actually this looks crisp. This looks clean. Look at that. I didn't even do nothing. I didn't even touch the screen. I kept it on auto. It was only a 2x zoom, and there we go. That's actually pretty impressive. Okay, let's go on back. This is the regular image that you would take with any other phone prior to this. And then you now have ultra wide getting everything in the picture. Now I take this type of image quality of ultra wide all the time, and I love it. So that is one of the amazing features, that is put into the Galaxy S10 series. Now let's head over into digital well-being, and this one is called Wind Down. So if you pull down the notifications panel, click on the settings icon, you're gonna scroll down to where it says digital well-being. Now inside of here, you can maybe play around with, how long you've used your phone, what was your screen time, and everything else. What have you done all the past days? You can also set app timers and such like that. So Facebook, I've been active for 48 minutes, 4 minutes on YouTube, 34 minutes on the internet, 15 minutes on the camera. So you go through here, but what we want to talk about is wind down. So when you click on wind down, I suggest to turn it on a schedule. So once you turn it on a schedule, you'll set your schedule. Mine is set for 10 p.m. all the way up until 7 a.m. Now, also during this wind down, what will also happen is I will have do not disturb turned on. So I don't need grayscale turned on, but I do like my do not disturb. Now within the do not disturb settings, this is where you'd want to turn it on as scheduled as well. So you have Sunday through Saturday. Again, I set it up at the exact same times, 10 until 7, but I'm going to allow exceptions. Inside of these exceptions, I do want my alarms to sound. I want my media to come out. And then from here, I want my calls to come from my favorite contacts only, and also my messages to come from my favorite contacts only. So I only have about 6 people that is underneath my favorite contacts that they will definitely come through as a chime, but everything else is going to be silented. But I also did turn on repeat callers. So if something happened and somebody is calling me from a different number that I don't have saved as my favorite, if they're calling me multiple times within 15 minutes, it's probably important. And so I do have that one turned on. And you can also check out these other two as well, which is reminders and the event task alerts. But really, I wanted to show off the exceptions of the do not disturb that you can also have within the whole wind down schedule. Amazing feature number 6 is using the shutter button as a GIF generator. So if you go inside of the settings on the very top left-hand side, you have an option here for hold shutter button 2. So you can make it to where if you hold the shutter button, it'll take a picture. A lot of people have it set up as take burst shot, so you can find the best image out of all those burst shots. But if you can also choose the option of creating a GIF, instantly and right away. So if I am going through and let's say that I hold onto my phone and I press and hold, and if I basically move my camera, instead of that one being saved as a burst shot, it'll actually go through as a GIF, and it'll kind of recycle and go through. And so it's a fast, easy way of creating something that you can also share right away. Amazing feature number 7 that is definitely only found on the Galaxy S10 series is going to be the ultrasonic fingerprint reader. Now inside of here, the nice thing about this one is that it's not, set up on the back. It's also not a optical reader as well. It's something that you can do a fast, simple touch on the screen. So you don't have to keep your thumb on it for an extended amount of time. The best tip or trick I'm gonna say right here is to do a fast press on the fingerprint and then it unlocks extremely quick. Now, there's a lot of different on-screen fingerprint readers that's about to be coming out, but it kind of depends if it's optical or if it is the ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, which is using waves, and it's using a 3D printed image of basically your thumb to unlock it. Now, inside of my settings, I guess I'll give you another tip and trick with this one. When you go inside of the biometrics and security, and then you go underneath fingerprints, you can see that I have 2 of my fingerprints already added. Now, both of those fingerprints is actually 2 different thumbs, and I'll show you how I have mine set up. Now through the fingerprint settings here, I have 2 different fingerprints. One is set up as Jimmy for profile 1, and then profile 2 is Jimmy 2. Now when you go through and you add in a fingerprint, another thing I would also highly suggest is instead of doing every single scan with the exact same thumb or finger, you can actually go through with both. Now what's going to happen is that when you are unlocking your phone, when you set this up, it is scanning your thumb 16 times. So what'll happen is that your phone is going through all of these saved images of your thumb to basically get this thing unlocked. So I'm going to pretty much rotate and rotate. So now what's going to happen is that when I hit on done, I'm going to leave this fingerprint 1 kind of just the way it is. With this one here and with this one, I'll remove those. So fingerprint 1 was just the one that I just set up. So when I get out of here, you can see that I'll be able to unlock it with my right thumb. And now we can unlock it with the left thumb, and it's a fast unlock. So a lot of people think that you have to, set up the exact same thumbprint multiple times to make it go faster. Really what you're doing is you're overrunning this entire phone of going through all of these 32 and 64 images of unlocking a phone when you can only have, let's say, 1 fingerprint profile set up with both thumbs that is entered. And so what it's doing is it's going through 16 images to unlock your phone, 8 of them for the right hand, 8 of them for the left hand, and then it's going to actually unlock the exact same speed without having to go through all of those saved images. I hope that kind of made sense. But Ultrasonic fingerprint reader is only, as of right now, on the Galaxy S10 series. I love it. It's amazing. It's an amazing feature. But a best tip and trick is when you save a fingerprint profile, use it with both of those thumbs for you, and then maybe a spouse can actually set theirs up as profile 2, again, with both of their thumbs. Amazing feature number 8 is called wireless power share. Now, wireless power share was highly raved and always talked about when the Galaxy S10 was first released. Now, I have my wireless power share as the 3rd icon in. You can go through the settings and change the order of your icons, but because I use wireless power share quite often, I did put it as the 3rd. Now, when you do first turn it on and you flip it on upside down, you'll see a blinking blue light, meaning that it's ready, it's searching for something to charge. And then when you place something right where it's at its sweet spot, then you're able to charge another device. So you are able to charge another phone if you want to, but I always talk about charging accessories because this is the one that, you can see the little red light charging, but this is the one that I always use when I'm at the gym. It's one of those things that you sometimes forget to charge. And also a big one that you have to charge is going to be your watch. So let's say that you are at a friend's house, or maybe you're traveling, something is happening, but you forgot your cradle. Now the cradle is very important to charge your watch. So if you don't have a cradle, you're not able to charge the watch. And this one right here does have that Type-C on the very back that you are able to charge pretty much everywhere. So the biggest tips I'm going to state is going to be able to charge your accessories, not really another phone. If you do want to charge another phone, it will take a lot of the juice from the main phone that is giving the charge. So if you're not really worried about your battery life, you can go ahead and go for it. Another time that you are able to do another phone charge is, let's say that this phone is plugged into the wall and charging. You can charge another device at the exact same time. Amazing feature number 9 was one that I kind of touched on before, but I didn't go through fully, and that is inside of digital well-being. So if you go inside of your settings, scroll down, and when you see digital well-being, then what you're going to do is click on the top right up over here that is showing you all the different applications and how long you've used all of them. But what you're able to do is put on a timer. So let's say that there are some of these applications that you don't want to use all day, then you are able to put up a timer, and then it'll actually turn off the application for you. And it's really nice, and it'll turn it gray. So for Facebook, let's say that I put it at 30 minutes, you can see that it turned gray. And so if I try to go through here and tap on Facebook, it will not put me into the application. Now I am able to go through the settings again, and I can change the app timer from any of those preset times, or I can put it for 3 hours. So sometimes I just kind of scroll through and kind of play and read everything that's going on. So it's really nice that you can go through your digital well-being, go on the very top, which is going to be a breakdown of all the applications that you use, the time that you've used them. And then as you scroll through, maybe you want your Gmail and you don't want to be on it for more than 30 minutes. Maybe for Twitter, you don't want to be on it for more than an hour. And then same thing with YouTube and Facebook and everything else. But these are the two main ones that I use my phone with for a lot of the day. So I didn't really want to have it as unlimited. But if I'm on Facebook for more than 3 hours, I've got a problem. If I'm on YouTube for more than 2 hours, then I should probably go and make my own videos. So it's one of those really nice things inside of the digital well-being that also did come with One UI, I believe, that you are able to make all of those changes. Amazing feature number 10, which is also the very last one, is talking about app pair inside of the Edge panel. So when you go through all your different Edge panels over here, just make sure that you go through the settings and turn on Apps Edge. Now inside of here, this is a fast, easy, convenient way of turning on your multi-window. So let's say that there's two applications that you use all the time. One of the ways that you're going into your multi-window is by pressing and holding on your recents. This one is the last application that we just got done using. If you tap on that icon, this is where you can open it up in a split view. But if there's something that you use all the time, or you would think you would use all the time, you'd be able to hit on this plus icon. Right up over here, you can see a couple of them that I have created that I'd be able to redo if I would like to, but I'm gonna show you how you can create one right away. So let's say that we go through and let's find two applications that we can use in multi-window that we might use all the time. So one of them could be maybe messages, it could be maps. So let's say that we go with maps, and then let's scroll down and you can go through maybe YouTube music. So if you wanted to navigate and watch where you're going, but also change your music as you're driving, this is one of the nice ways you can do it. Once you hit on done, now the next time that you open up your little Edge panel, you click on maps and music. Then the cool thing is that now as you're driving through, you can also go through your music and go play and pause and next, or whatever the case, controlling the music that is also probably Bluetoothed in your car. And then when you hit on the home button, hit on X, it gets you out of everything. So this right here was 10 amazing features that is on the Galaxy S10 series. Hope that you guys have liked this video. If you guys did, please give this thing a huge thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit on subscribe. You can subscribe right over here, this very bottom left-hand side, that little red circle. Share this video with your friends and family and social media sites, and I'll see you guys later.